The Great Conjunction. Let's play podcast. By the way, did you know it's only a paper moon? Good to be back. It's 4:24 a.m. on Monday, and I'm gonna do a Monday mumble, a regular feature here on our podcast. Monday is supposed to be the day where I clear up loose ends, because there's always loose ends, things I forgot to say, things I misspoke, and just general ramblings, not to be confused with Saturday soliloquy, which is rambles, more of a Hamlet-style delivery, and Sunday, the Sunday sermonette, which is more of a moralizing, preachy, kind of pious thing. So 3 days of the week, I've got special features right here. But this is the Great Conjunction. This was a special event. I would have to rank this as either number 1 or 2 of all time on my astronomical experiences scale, because it was the first thing that I ever did with my entire family, looking up into the sky. Now, my previous number 1 was the solar eclipse of a few years ago, which my wife and I enjoyed right out of our own backyard. And that was, that was in a class by itself. But this involved my son also. Here's how it went down. I went out, I found out yesterday when the conjunction was supposed to be out, because I was kind of, low balling it. I hadn't really read any details. So then I noticed it miraculously cleared up after being a horrible rainy day yesterday. So I heard, it's right outside in the western sky. So I went out in the driveway at dusk yesterday, and there it was. And it was almost better to be out there a day early, because if it got any closer, those two planets, if they had gotten any closer, I don't think my wife and son would have been able to see them. As it was, first my wife came out and saw it. Then we called out my son in his old room. And for the first time ever, we enjoyed a family experience. I ran and got some binoculars. We were just standing in the driveway looking through a hole in the trees where the two planets were. And it was just a family bonding experience. At first, they were having trouble seeing it because Saturn was surprisingly fainter, we thought, than Jupiter. And I was expecting at least side by side, but there was, Jupiter was below Saturn, so that was a surprise. But it was a family affair. It's a family affair. So I would almost have to, for historic purposes, have to put that as the single greatest astronomical experience. Even though it only lasted 10 minutes, it was shared, and that's important, especially at Christmas. Maybe that was part of it too, that it came right before, right on the solstice. It was just like a light lighting up for my little family here, and I'm going to rank it number 1 because it was shared experience. It was a gift, wasn't it? So I will go out, of course, tonight. They probably won't. They've seen it. That's non-astronomical folk see something and then they're done. I'll try to drag them back out again, but we'll see how close it is. But it happened. I am really glad. And that is my new number 1 astro experience of all time, because it was shared with family. Thanks for listening.